a little bit after 5 p.m. July 4th, 2025. Doing some workout here, and right now I'm waiting on the batteries to charge. I don't really feel like getting the brush cutter out to do anything. It's been 3 days. I'm getting tired. But I've been at it all day since about noon, so this is already about as much work as I've done in either day the past 2 days. I've still got a little bit more I think I'm going to do. Show you what I got. Go this way. So this is where I'm working right now. This is all yesterday's progress here. These are grapevines. So I got back in here. I've cut a whole bunch of this poison ivy off of here. Might have got batted in the face at some point, so we're gonna find out later. Creepers, cutting them all at the bottom. Some more branches I got to cut off of this. These elms are dutching out. Cut some of the honeysuckles back here. All of these cedar branches off of here. Cutting out anything that doesn't have needles, anything that isn't green on the cedar. So I could come get the brush cutter blade and go through some of this small stuff, but it's going to get sweltery back here real quick. That's a mulberry. That's a very, very large honeysuckle that's kind of entwined. Still not 100% on what I want to do with the cedars, but I'm kind of thinking about cutting out all the branches that touch the ground so that the ones that are just above the ground, which is going to be these ones, are all that's left. And you can see from here that all the stuff most of the stuff that's standing here has been cut. Some of it hasn't. I just haven't got to it. This is about as far back as I got here. The battery died. So basically I'm cutting these Dutch branches off of the Siberian elms. I'm cutting the honeysuckles and these are ash or elm or something. Cutting them out because they're not the same kind and they don't belong in the tree line. And you can see here there's a game trail that runs through there. So I'm almost to the end of the bunch of cedars here, and there's a gap and then there's some more. And I believe that's the first game trail right there. I'll show you what the earlier part of the day's work was. I went out and started round one, and I got done with that and realized I didn't have any Gatorade yet, so I had to go into town. So I picked up some food, some ice, some Gatorade, put gas in the car. Lovely. Don't let anybody tell you we don't still get blue skies. We get some very blue skies. So jets flying over. So I've only got a couple of little places here with some smaller honeysuckles that I got to cut out. Just a couple bunches here. So all of this here is just all up in here. You can kind of see the big gap. So on this side of it, I guess there's one little one there. Son of a bitch. Cut out everything around the gas tank, got everything back out of there. This all came down today. These are some cedars that I cleared out from underneath that I'd previously cut. Got a big hoop going here with it's some kind of elm tree, I think, that has died. It's got Virginia creeper and grapes. I believe I cut the creeper. I've tried not to cut the grapes. Some of this has got to be trimmed back, and some of it I'm thinking about keeping for a while, using it as a natural trellis. These guys here that I've not cut, I think, are this, they're called Japanese olive. All the way back here, this is the end of the fence line here. So that kind of follows up to here to this post. So I've cut out anything that's dead, dying, or honeysuckle, at least back to here. Let's go step up into here. All right, so yeah, this had a whole bunch of dead growth that had to be cut off, and that basically cleared out this whole area. Not sure what that is, if that was a nursery originally for saplings that were left over or what, but this tree here I believe is dead. This one here I've kept everything that has green on it. A few branches still need cut. This is the corner. Got a whole corridor here. So that is today's progress so far. Everything I've pointed out was done in about 5 hours, including breaks. Ooh. Not probably going to get at it today, but I got emerald ash borer casualty here. Needs cut up. There's grapevines growing off of it. This here's another one of them olives. It's not a... Basically anything that isn't a honeysuckle I'm going to leave in, because I'm trying to make a little mini tree line with a trim path behind it. It's just this tree down this bit has not been cut for a while. But as we move over here and kind of resolve the game trail a little bit, this is the way that I came up to the spot from the house. I walked across here, and this whole bit was in shade all the way out to here. So I got honeysuckles here that need cut. Oh, walnuts. So yeah, there's some shit back here to work on too. Nice shade. I also found some bunches of grapes on a vine growing up there at the corner, so looks like I'm gaining access to even more fruit. But so here's what the clover is basically taking over. What are these, like violets? But it's a path. See the fence there. This stuff's coming. It's just not today. Really wanted to get that line done, or as close to it done as possible. I got the whole one side of the driveway cut out and a good chunk away from the other side. So I'm going to give the 2 batteries a charge and run the saw a little bit more one more time tonight. I think I'm going to call that good. And I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to burn tonight because it hasn't rained for a while, and I don't think the wind's right. So all them stacks of brush are just going to have to wait. We have cardinals and orioles. I also saw a turkey buzzard fly over. I think he was checking to see if any of this dead stuff, the wood or whatever, dark spots on the ground were carcasses. Need to see some mulberries. Very sweet. So that's what I'm doing today for the 4th. Cut the tree line, dealing with the heat.